We are moving into the final lessons of the semester, which will be focusing on creating and delivering oral presentations. The following will be an overview on Lesson 10, preparing and presenting your presentation. To begin this lesson, I ask that you read Chapter 11 and view the Chapter 11 PowerPoint as an additional learning tool. Next, you will be submitting your deliberative dialogue reflection paper. This assignment was formally introduced in the previous lesson and will be asking you to reflect on your experiences that you had with our 2 deliberative dialogue sessions that took place this semester. So the guidelines are here. Just read through those guidelines and create your paper. Once you've created your paper, double check in spelling for grammatical issues, and then submit to the Dropbox titled Deliberative Dialogue Reflection Paper. This reflection paper will be due no later than 11:59 p.m. on Sunday, April 22nd. Next, you're going to be reviewing the guidelines for the ethical oral presentation. This is your final linked assignment, so you will be creating this presentation for my class and for Jeff Pepper's business ethics class. To access the guidelines, please click on the gray box below and review. If you'll notice, the recording and an outline will be due no later than May 17th. I wanted to give you an opportunity to start brainstorming how you want to approach this project, because everything that we're doing in this lesson and the lessons to follow are preparing you for creating and delivering your ethical oral presentation. Following the guidelines for the ethical oral presentation are the guidelines on how to record and submit your recording for your ethical presentation. The recording guidelines should look familiar because we've been using these for other recordings that we've done. What will be different is that you will see the final guideline says to copy and paste the link in the notes section in the designated Dropbox by the specific due date. So see assignment guidelines, which is talking about the ethical oral presentation guidelines. So you'll be submitting this instead of to a discussion board, which you're used to doing, you'll be submitting to a Dropbox. And then I created a video lecture on the foundations of public speaking. So please click on this guided PowerPoint and recording, as this will help you to identify what a general purpose is, specific purpose, and central idea or thesis of presentations are. And I give you some specific examples within this PowerPoint presentation. Following that, you're going to be getting a little practice recording by identifying the organization in which you will use for your ethical presentation. Along with that, you're going to be identifying your general purpose and your specific purpose. You will be submitting to the Dropbox that is attached to these assignment guidelines by 11:59 p.m. on Sunday, April 22nd. Next, I've created another PowerPoint discussion lecture video that walks you through verbal and nonverbal aspects of delivery. This is going to help you when you start getting ready to present your actual presentations. So please make sure you view that as well. And then I have a verbal and nonverbal aspect of delivery assignment that I want you to complete no later than 11:59 on Sunday, April 22nd. If you open the guidelines here, it walks you through what it is that I want you to do by exploring some literature that talks about nonverbal and verbal aspects of delivery. And then I just ask you to respond to the following questions. Describe 5 ways verbal and nonverbal characteristics can enhance what you're saying and draw your audience into your message. And describe 5 verbal and nonverbal characteristics that can distract the audience from the message in your presentation. Your questions or responses should be written on a separate Word document and have a header save that document to your USB or your computer, and then upload to the Dropbox that's attached below. And again, that will be due by 11:59 p.m. on Sunday, April 22nd. The last item you will be completing within this lesson is the chapter quiz. Now we're only using one chapter, so instead of 20 questions like you have had in the past, this will only be 10. 5 questions will be multiple choice, 5 questions will be true and false. You are allowed to use any materials I've given you along with your textbook, and you are allowed to attempt this quiz multiple times up until the due date, which is 11:59 p.m. April 22nd, or until you reach a 100%, whatever comes first. When you've completed that, I just have a reminder as a checklist to make sure you've submitted everything that's due within this lesson, and then congratulations, you've completed lesson 10. As you're working through these lessons, I've given you 2 weeks to work on this because there are lots of things involved. So I want to give you an opportunity to start viewing and asking me any questions that you might have, to give you plenty of time to complete these assignments and to complete them well. Thank you.